Emikolo gy'abakulembeze era nga alina ebigambo ebikulu abetulina okuwuliriza tumuwulire.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you all for coming from the various parts of this country, different districts where you have come from. We do welcome you. Mr. President, we have some leaders among us. I've seen a couple of members of parliament here. Others are not here. In fact, there are those whom I specifically asked not to come because there's some business we are taking care of at parliament in committees. Government wants to introduce some new taxes on fuel, on construction materials, cement, lime, white cement, and so on land transactions. When you're selling your small piece of land, you have got to pay an extra tax and so on. So we are trying to fight those things first in the committees, and then eventually it's going to come to the whole house tomorrow, I believe. So that's why some people are not here, because we thought it important that they begin that line of fight in the committees, because this is ridiculous. And so that's why some of our leaders are not here. But those here, let me request them to stand. Let me start with members of parliament. Kindly stand, those who are here. We do welcome you all. Maybe very quickly, of course, the Honorable Francis Zake from Mityana was introduced. The Honorable Derek Nyeko, who is dressed like a real fighter, all the way from Makenge. Haji, this one is our Deputy Imam, and I think you have just come from You've just come back from Umrah. I hope you brought blessings for us. Thank you so much. All the way from Katikamo. Honorable Hassan Chirumira. Lukalite. I like the last name. The Honorable Aloysius Mukasa from Rubaga South. All the way from Ntenjeru, the Honorable Patrick Nsanja.
People power. Our power. Our power. People power.
And I like that you clad in a t-shirt of our late comrade, the Honorable Anthony Wameli. He was an incredible lawyer who did a lot of work for us as a party, so thank you for honoring him. The Honorable Goreti Namuga from Mawogola, Sembabule district. She's also our She's vice chairperson of one of our accountability committees in Parliament, Park Central. Mwada Kunyinji from Chadondo East.
Our power.
He's our Shadow Foreign Affairs Minister. Minister Awadala, because the other people's minister is never in Parliament, so I normally tell him, you do all the work. Our work as the opposition and also government work as Foreign Affairs Minister. And he has not disappointed us. He used to be a shadow minister for Kampala. We now tasked him with a new responsibility to be vice chairperson of Park local government, and he's all the way from Rubaga North, the Honorable Abubeka Kawalia. The Honorable Kayemba Solo from Bukoma City. He's also, the man has fun here. He's also our shadow minister for sports. And so I've been telling him, if the other minister cannot deliver on Nambole, you should deliver on Nambole. The Honorable Matovu Charles, all the way from Busiro South. Alhaji Mulima Mayuni. I like the Mulima Mayuni name. I used to think it actually wasn't his name. And then I learned it is actually his name. This man answered a minister who was very stubborn, very cantankerous minister, who still to date is abducting our people, Chibuli. In fact, the other day, Honorable was telling us he was it in court? Following up on some people who are still being abducted by this very cantankerous man. First, we appreciate you for unseating him. Hopefully you can chase him from the village, from the whole of Mukono, so that Chibule man disappears for good. But Honorable Mlima Melanie, thank you for joining us this morning. We have mayors amongst us. Let me request the mayors to kindly stand. Yes, the entire team of mayors. I understand you were all introduced, led by the very able Honorable Florence Namai, Mayor of Masaka City, Governor. Very able, a woman, but extremely able. She has the energy of like 20 men. Okay, I'm told the rest were taken note of, but thank you. Even our neighbor from Rubaga here across, Mayor Zaki Mberoze. There are AC5 councillors and AC3, all councillors, please stand at once and we take note of your presence here. Those who are here. We did not invite many of them because this meeting was specifically for our registrars and focal persons. But thank you, our councillors who are here. Thank you for joining us. We want to congratulate our leaders, our registrars, our district focal persons, our sub-county focal persons at the different levels. We do congratulate you upon taking on these roles, and we do have a lot of hope in you. We hope you have hope in yourselves, because it's one thing for us to have hope in you, it's another for you to have a lot of hope in yourselves. The people in the districts where you come from have got a lot of hope in you. Because when you move across the country, when you go to Busoga, where our president led the team to yesterday, when you go to parts of northern Uganda and you see the poverty that is in that place, you people who are here for, because the whole country is shattered economically, politically, and otherwise. So people have got hope in you. I know they've got hope in our president, but our president cannot be everywhere. As a party, and the party leadership, we might not be everywhere at the same time. We shall come and visit you. Our president is going to come to each of your districts to connect with you and the people that you lead. But you, our leaders, are there on a daily basis. And so you are our ambassadors as a party. Please be good ambassadors. Please be good leaders. Be exemplary leaders. Say, you see these NUP leaders, this is how they behave. Please, be a good ambassador. And that's what we expect of you in the different parts of the country, including deep in the villages. Let people see you and desire the new Uganda we talk about. By just seeing the way you carry yourself, the way you lead your family, for those of you who have families, let it not be heard that you're the one who is fighting with your wife in the village. That you're the drunkard who has to be picked up on the road. Let it not be heard of us. It has not been heard at all. We have not had any stories yet, and that's why we have hope and trust in you. But our desire is that you continue to be that way. That you be disciplined leaders. That you be leaders with integrity. Let it not be you cheating people, grabbing people's land, because now you have become powerful. And so you connive with land grabbers to steal people's land. That's another challenge we have in our country, in different parts of the country. Let you be different. Let it be you fighting for those whose land is being grabbed. Let it be you fighting for the old people, the widows who are being chased out of their houses by some rich, gluttonous people. Let it be you fighting for people whose rights are being taken away. So let's exude discipline. It's important as leaders, so that people continuously see an image of the real credible government in waiting. And that can only be done by you in those different places where you are. Because you're the ones going to market NUP, to the market women, to the vendors, to the farmers deep in the villages, wherever. You are ambassadors. Please be good ambassadors. As our Secretary General has mentioned, the regime is going to try severally to buy you off. Because now the cameras are here, they have seen you people, and we expect you to be active anyway when you go back. And so you'll be active in your villages, in your districts. Please be active. That's important. And as you continuously be active, the regime will try and come to grab you. They'll firstly use money. We hope that you will not fall for that money. They will come with promises. You have seen some of our colleagues who in the past have crossed having been promised things. And so they go on TV and speak lots of ridiculous things because they have been promised. We are going to give you 100 million, we are going to give you a car, and all of these different things. And they say, now we have deposited 1 million with you. The 99 is coming. They go on TV, speak lots of ridiculous things. 6 months down the road, the money that was promised to them is not given to them. And then they come back in the media and they say, these people, they used us, they promised me money and the house and so on, they have not given me those things. Have you seen those people? Because the regime is not interested in enriching you, they want to use you. And so they will put you before the media and you will say all manner of things. And the promises will not come. That has happened, not once, not twice, so many times. You've seen some of these people. So our hope is that you will be focused. Our hope is that you will look at the bigger picture. Because again, like we are saying, they are not going to ameliorate your life. No, they want to use you. Come dressed in a beret, take pictures with Mike Mukula or whoever, and then they promise you all manner of things. And then tomorrow, those promises don't come and you're thinking, now what do I do? Do I go back to NUP? And now those people don't trust me anymore. These new ones where I have gone, they have not embraced me. They've not delivered on the promises. So you're going to become hot cake. Our hope is that you will not sell your future. Our hope is that you will not sell the people whom you're representing, wherever it is that you come from. Because you're holding those people's hopes in your hands. Of course, we are not telling the people to abandon and abdicate their responsibility as citizens to you. But as leaders, you're the one showing them direction. And so our hope is that you will not let those people down. Our hope is that you will not fall for the pennies that will be thrown at you. I want to sound a warning to regime operatives and to regime security outfits. Yes, I'm sounding a warning because I'm a leader in this country. So I am in a capacity to send a warning. An even more serious warning to them. Because, as he did promise them in our manifesto, promise them an increment. We said that the lowest ranking officer in the military, UPDF, police, prisons will be getting 1 million shillings. And I meet a number of them and they tell us, hey, Manange, when is the promise you people made to us coming? And I tell them that some of your colleagues are the ones who made it difficult by fighting us, who would be in charge, and you would have that promise. And I understand, because in Parliament they're trying to scamper around, they're trying to increase the salary for the military because there's a lot of pressure. And so we are telling them we want all of their salaries increased. So there's a lot of pressure happening because of the promise that we made to them through our president. So anyhow, I'm sounding a warning to them. Please obey the law. Do not go after these our leaders, because some of them will want to come to you to intimidate you. You know, when money fails, when they try to buy you and you refuse, then they will begin to intimidate you. They will want to arrest you, to torture you. That has happened to some of our leaders. You find the coordinator is meeting people at his home, actually. 5 or 10 of them, they come and pick them up and beat them up. So I want to sound a warning to security operatives. Please don't operate beyond your reach. Operate within the law. We are a recognized legal entity in this country, a fully registered political party with the right to operate. So if anything, you should be providing security to these leaders as opposed to going out to antagonize them. So we want to put them on notice. Any individual, because we are going to be taking on individuals, whether you are police, military, or whatever the case might be, that will want to antagonize our leaders. to brutalize them. We are coming after you individually. Yeah. Because this whole collective responsibility thing, it should be a thing of the past. Yes, we shall take on the institution, whether it be police or UPDF or whatever the case might be, but you, the individuals who commit these crimes, we are going to come after you, legally and otherwise. And we have that capacity, and so we shall come after you. So our hope is that they will behave. Our hope is that our leaders will go out there, connect to their people, and do the job that we expect them to without any interferences. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of propaganda, and it's going to increase against us as a party, against us as leaders, and the only reason it will increase is because they are feeling the pressure. Oh yes, they are feeling it. They might pretend that they don't feel it, but whenever you see a lot of propaganda, you know that they are feeling the pressure. They are seated on a hot plate. So let's intensify that heat. Let's take it a notch higher. And let's not fall for this propaganda. Let's not be diverted. Because sometimes this propaganda is to divert us. When they see now there's a lot of pressure even in the population, then they'll throw something all over the place, propaganda. Let's not focus so much on that. Let's focus on the work that we ought to do. Let's go and connect with our people. Let's go and we mobilize. Let's go and recruit people. Because the exercise that you are going to do, as has been tasked, is to go and register our members. At district level, go deep in the villages. You know, whenever we travel with our president, we go deep in villages and we find old women there saying, people power, our power. And we say, how did this one get to know? Our people know. Because they want different, they want better. So let's go out there and be focused. Let's not be derailed by some of this propaganda all over the place. It's happening because of the pressure we are exerting. So let's exert even a lot more pressure. And let's focus on the goal. I want to thank you once again for coming. I want to thank you for your commitment. We believe that you're going to press through and we shall deliver. The time is going to come when we shall be meeting to ask, how did we do it? Because we are going to do it. It's going to happen. We look at stories that we admire. In South Africa, they fought against apartheid for a long time. They struggled and struggled. But the time came and they made it. In the West, our brothers and sisters, blacks, were ill-treated as slaves, but they fought and fought and fought until the time came and they got their freedom. So let's keep fighting, use every avenue we have within the law and otherwise, fight for our freedom. It is a clarion call placed against us even by the Constitution. Mr. President, as I end, I've seen some new leaders that have come. Let me introduce, she was here speaking to the team yesterday, our Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, who is also a woman MP for Butambala, the Honorable Aisha Kabanda. We have also been joined by another Hajati, the woman member of Parliament for Kampala, the Honorable Shamim Malende. I know I had been asked by the media that media houses have bulletins, Uganda and so on, but we'll connect with you after here for those Uganda bites. For now, the whole of Uganda is here.
Of course.
Because if I speak Luganda from here, I'll have to speak Acholi,
and we understand.
I'll have to speak Lango, I'll have to speak Runyankole, I'll have to speak Rusoga, and all your other languages. And time is not enough, even though I know a few of those languages. So we'll keep it English for now, and then afterwards we'll connect with you after here. Please do allow me to invite our Deputy President in charge of Western Uganda.
Joelo Ssenyonyi bisekezi alop bwatyo batwadde bakabwe obulimu eggumba bakulembeze bagenda ku registeringa bakina kya NUP okuyingira mu kibiina okuba cards ayo mu byalo byabwe n'olwekyo obubaka bwatuwadde nti tebagulwa baleme kubeera bagulwa oba okusailinga out kale kankume wate ne bamajole mugisha mukama bakuume mwera